Alrighty guys, welcome to the third and final part of our fly-by-wire A32NX tutorial series. We are coming up around 20 miles from our top of descent, so we're going to come over to this tablet and come over to the calculator, go to landing, fill in our data, and the only thing we're going to need is our approach speed, which if you come down here, it might tell you right there, 132, right there at the airport. So we're gonna put that right there into here real fast and calculate, and there we go. That's all we need out of that. I'm also gonna come over here and get our charts up for our arrival, which is going to be a let me take a look real quick. Which is going to be red F1A, which is right here. We'll pin that right there, and then we're going to do one more chart, which is the approach on runway 6. So ILS, hit that right there, zoom in. Let's take a look at our ILS chart real quick. So we're gonna have to capture the glide slope at what altitude? So around 2,000 feet, I'm pretty sure right there is where it wants us to capture glide slope. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to our other chart right here. So we'll be coming in from this chart right here. And yeah, that's all we need there. So we have passed our initial descent. Whoopsies. I'm gonna go down to, let's just do 10,000 for now. Make sure that dot is right there. And it'll follow the constraints for each point right here on the screen. Okay, now you're gonna get that enter destination data. Now that we've started our initial descent, we're gonna go to the perf, go to the next one, and now it wants the QNH and the temperature. Come over to that front page.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination.
So
now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated till the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Okay. Go temperature, mag, wind, 130 degrees. Transition altitude, we'll be back on one of our charts. Come over to our actual approach chart. Transition altitude is it's by ATC. There we go. We'll just do 3,000 as set right there. Okay. 3,000 on the trans altitude, and our baro, which is our minimums, is going to be 189 feet. Okay. Alright, I think nothing else right there. This should be already filled out, but if not, it is right here. Okay. There we go. Now we just have to wait, and once we are around 10 or 5,000 feet out, we'll activate our approach phase. So, without further ado, I'm gonna speed this up and meet you when we get down a bit lower. Alrighty, So as you can see, our next waypoint is wants us to be above 7,000. So I'm just gonna go straight down to 7,000 right there. As you can see, we are still descending nicely, and well, we're still over the water here, but as you can see, the land is starting right over there through the clouds. Right. Not much else to do, but just monitor, make sure you're still descending, everything's going well, and until you get to 10,000 feet, there's really nothing you can do except make sure that everything's going good. And as you can see, that if you're ever above your speed and it's not decreasing, as you can see it is nicely, but if it isn't, you'll just have to arm your spoilers to 1/2 or full, depending on how much it is necessary. Alrighty, we have passed 10,000 feet, which means we gotta get our runway turn-off lights, landing lights, and nose light to take off, as well as putting them seatbelt sign back on. And just remember to continue monitoring that altitude based on what is necessary. So as we pass this, I'm just gonna put it straight down to 2,000. And if you've already passed your transition altitude, you will have to take this off standard and put it on the local air pressure, which in my case is 1007, but I'm not at the transition altitude yet. Alrighty, I'm just going to go ahead right now and set our barometric pressure. So it is 1007, so click and set it on both sides, and make sure down here as well. Now we will soon be starting flaps and approach. I'm also going to set our auto brake too low, as this is a long runway. Alrighty, since we are getting pretty close, I'm going to manage our speed here down to around 200. And here are your flaps max speeds here. So for flaps 1, you need 230 knots. So as we slowly climb below 230 knots, I am going to come down here and set flaps 1. There we go, flaps 1. Should see right here. It should be helpful on flaps 1 right there. You could slowly slow down. And in this case, on our approach, we want to be at 160. So I'm going to slowly slow us down here. And turn our LS displays on for ILS. And also, I'm going to activate our approach phase here. And for our transition altitude, we need to make sure that this diamond right here is in the center, as well as a horizontal diamond should come in after, which will happen once we make our final left turn onto final. Alrighty, I'm going to set flaps 2 here and reduce our speed a little bit more as well. We should be able to have eyes on the airport right there, as I do. And I'm gonna get our landing gear down since it is only a short final. As well
Flight
as our
attendants, please
speed
prepare for
down.
landing.
As well as our speed down to 160 as well.
2,500.
And there, we should see right there that our landing gear's down, and I'm going to get flaps 3 and armor spoilers as well. And once we do end up starting our turn right here, gonna capture the localizer right there, which automatically gets the heading of the airport and sets it in so you fly the heading of your airport. Okay. And runway is in sight, and once we do straighten up here, once we do center, both of these diamonds are in the center of these yellow lines, we can go ahead and activate approach mode, which will descend our plane based on the approach path. Okay, I'm going to go flaps full. There we go, we are starting to descend here. And I can go back to managed speed, so it's gonna go down. Alrighty, if you do have GSX, you can get a follow me. If not, you could just go to any gate you really want to. We could take those LS off right there. We go. Oh, whoops. And we're just gonna slowly keep in under 30 knots on the taxiway. Alrighty, we are going to set our parking brake. Come over to this tablet right here. Oops, whoops, come to services. I'm gonna connect the jet bridge and come down here. Turn off both of our engines because our APU is available. And that is it there. Now we just have to turn off all of our lights. Alright, seatbelt signs down. All of the lights off here. Weather can come off here. It's pretty much shut down. Alright, we are going to turn off our IRSs here. Cut fuel pumps. And whenever everything's done here, turn off the cruise supply. And whenever you're really ready to turn off the aircraft, all you have to do is click this. And there we go. That's it. Oops. Alrighty guys, that is going to conclude our fly-by-wire A320neo tutorial series. I really do hope you learned something new and enjoyed this 3-part series. If you did enjoy, then please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so that you'll be back for more posts just like this. And that's all I got for you guys, so enjoy yourselves, have a good rest of your day, and see you in the next one. Goodbye, folks.